Welcome back, Royals. In honor of Domestic Violence Month, which is October, the month we are in, it finally rained today. We are going to be talking about domestic violence, but the difference is we were going to have my cousin as a guest tonight and also on Thursday. So it's always something going on. Say a little prayer for her because the maintenance man jumped on the manager. She's on her way to the hospital, at the hospital that she works at. She's on her way to the hospital, the manager. They locked the facility down and was looking for the maintenance man. Um, they just found him like 20 minutes ago. He was hiding in a ditch behind the building. So everybody is secured. And now she must call everybody's family. Here's the bad part. People need to start listening to people, especially with things like this, because domestic violence is not just between a man and a woman. It's something like this as well. They called on earlier last week because some of the residents was telling the manager, he said he wants to unalive you. So they called the police to tell him, and the police did not take him away at all. Now look what happened because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. Too many women and children are not listened to, and it is very, very sad. So tonight's discussions are going to be trigger warnings. I was able to pull some clips because it is Domestic Violence Month on the different ways that it looks. So we'll discuss those tonight, and it is a trigger warning in advance. I'll do the same. If the clip plays, I'll let you know, and then I'll let you know when to come off of mute, just in case that's your decision. So I have a co-host introduce herself, and yes, I needed to say all that first.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. Had a great day.
It's only Tuesday.
Right.
And just so everybody is aware, if you did not file your taxes and you filed for an extension, tomorrow is your last day to make sure that you get it in. Shall life been lifing? Okay. So for our hot topics, I do have two updates. So one update, I know that I told you all that from um, I gotta go out and come back in. Hold on one second. Or I think I could do it like this. I told you all that from the hot topic from last week, which was the little girl who was attacked. And there are some legal difficulties with how to approach the situation in that state. They have put up a an address because so many ask her to allow the public to help so she can take time to really be with her daughter and just kind of unfold in what is, going on. It's two things that's happening. It's one that this has happened to her daughter, and she's not, that's a different space to be in. And your daughter right away is saying, "Why did this happen to me?" Right away, right? The second thing is this happened while she was in the hospital, the mother getting a procedure done, and the cousin was watching her, and they had to call her at the hospital. So you may have just also lost a relationship with your cousin. And I'm sure that the cousin feels horrible. So it's a lot of things that this mother is going through. I personally will be sending a package on Friday. If you are somebody that knows me, you have to know me, and you would like to send money to contribute for the care package I'm going to send, it's going to be inclusive of things for the daughter and then things for the mother as well. And then also they have a GoFundMe. So if you want to donate so that she can take time off, get the therapy that they need and things like that, please go ahead and donate if you would like. So I told you guys that I would keep you updated as she makes updates, and we will just keep going with that. The last thing for, I'll keep going. Unless, okay. Do you have anything that you want to say about that as an update?
No, you said everything I was gonna say. But I do know that she said that since it has been going viral now, that they have made it to the news. I don't know what news outlets, but she said it has made it to the news now. So that's good because that's something that she really wanted because they wasn't showing it on the news out there. So I do know she said that it has made it to the news, and I know that her GoFundMe is almost at 100,000, so that's good too.
Really? That
Hmm.
is so good.
Yeah,
That is so good. And for anybody that is listening and maybe thinking, oh, that's enough, the baby is 5. The baby went through all the stuff that they went through. That's not the only time this baby's going to have to go to the doctor. Just that alone. Think about
and
it.
she's in therapy. They said she's already started therapy.
Oh, that is great. So, for things like this, you guys, when you see that the person is taking all of the steps, go with your heart and do as much as you can. I will say, I watched it and didn't get these updates yet, but she didn't ask for money to begin with. All
Mhm.
she asked was for everybody to share because it wasn't being shared at all. And I've seen videos of even police officers saying, different ways to handle it, trying to help her, putting it out there. The whole Everybody is in an uproar. It's crazy because here in California, if that would have happened, the kids would have been taken away. And I was talking to Twin last week, and I was like, it was either Twin or cousin, and I was like, wait, even if you didn't take them to jail, how didn't CPS come?
Right.
Because for you to know to do all of those things, then that must mean that, you know, maybe something happened. And if it didn't, that's still a concern. So how CPS didn't even at least come, that lets you know the degree of how much they're trying to push it under the rug.
Hmm.
That's insane. So I hope that, or I am glad that they are getting, how to just sell me the money. Just sell it to me. If you know me, then you know how to sell me. That's fine. That's all I have is sell. Praise God. Yes. Um, and absolutely. Now, before we move to the next one, this one is a fight as well. So I'll play the clip first and then we'll discuss it for a little bit. Because you could get mad and make a whole show off of what I'm about to show you. Here we go.
I am Kyron Lacey's mother, and I will not accept any belated apologies. My beloved son left me 5 months ago, and you can't imagine, at the very end of his life, he still thought everyone hated him. It was an accident that had absolutely nothing to do with him, yet it not only brought him worldwide ridicule, but also destroyed his career and ultimately took his life, all because one man lied to him. Everyone blamed him without knowing that Kyron's car was farther from the crash site than his longest catch distance in college. How could he possibly have caused that accident? If not for that accident, he would still be alive today, playing in the league. The truth has finally come out. But so what? My child will never come back. He left this world full of pain, while those who so easily accused him now want to erase it all with a single word. Do you know? In his final days, he kept asking me, Mom, why doesn't anyone believe me? That kind of despair still echoes in my dreams to this day. At Kyron's funeral, holding myself together with what little strength I had left, I sang one last song for him, I Will Always Love You, hoping my dear son could finally rest in peace.
Mm. It ain't a single word on this planet that they will be able to tell me. The only thing that they will be able to tell me as a loved one, period, as a mother, as a godmother, as the only thing that they will be able to tell me is that everybody involved who touched it is in jail for the rest of their lives. And everything that means anything to them that is financial is meant to me. I don't give a fuck if I wanted to blow all the money up and burn it alive. You cannot have anything. I want every single thing stripped from you and your loved ones. They'll be fine. They'll figure it out because I'll be fine, right? I have to figure it out. All because you suppressed evidence. You told people to lie about what the hell happened as if you forgot your fucking camera was on. Excuse my language. Or you thought that you were so privileged and so believed and in a position of authority that you would never even be questioned to see your footage. That my child had to keep telling me because nobody else is listening. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And let's talk about the height of this. and then I'll let you go. I won't give my opinion. I'll just say, let's talk about the height of this. A black man really does have to worry every time he leaves his house for things that could happen. You also have to worry as a black person that is your word against theirs, and that at any given moment, for any given reason, the person on the other side of the law can do whatever they want, because whatever is said about you as a black person is going to be believed. It's your word against theirs. Then you actually have a name and a title for yourself. And so it goes up on social media and the whole world starts to talk about you like you're not shit. Mhm. Okay. How do you feel, Ro? When you saw that, what was you?
Last week I went off on this, so you already know how I feel.
No, last week I had to step away. Remember, my camera went off. I was spent. I had to step away for that.
Yeah, I said last week we can't even tell our kids anymore, our sons, you was in the wrong place at the wrong time, because every place is the wrong place in the wrong time now. So we can't even say that. And his mom, I will feel the same way. Y'all not saying sorry to me because y'all really not sorry. And like I said last week too, I don't understand how the footage from the street or the police cam was not shown that same day. Like, why did it take all the way to the end of the year for this to come out? That should have been the first thing that was shown in the case. His car didn't have a scratch on it. So how did he cause that? Like, it's just so many things that you would look at and know that this boy didn't have nothing to do with it. Number one is his car. Number one was his car. If he didn't have not one scratch on it, how did he cause an accident? That would have been the first thing I would have said. And then second, get the street camera and then give me your body cam. Period, point blank. Everything is soft. It shouldn't have been. I wonder what made it come out now. Because that should have been the first thing that they had that day that it happened.
Here's the thing. They did have it. It was suppressed. They also had the documents that said this is what was said versus it's different than what was said on the camera. You have all of those things at your
disposal. But what made them bring it out now?
Because I was probably going to get caught. Because here's the thing. Remember, the mom said, I'm not going to stop. It was several players also that said, I'm not going to stop. So they were probably being pressured from the outside, because I can only say from experience so you guys know that one of my friends was just unalive. The first thing that happened is some people went and tried to get the tape because they knew of a particular place that was around there that had cameras outside. That business ended up closing because so many people came to get the tape. As soon as the tape was retrieved, it was also a tape from across the street. It's tapes all around. It could be very well possible that the other side, because it was pressed, went and asked for the tape themselves. And once they went and asked for it themselves, because what if the prosecutor said there is no tape? Oh, it didn't catch it. They're going to write that down because you believe them, because they're in a place of esteem. They wouldn't lie. You get what I'm saying? But I think further down the line, it got to be, it was a tape, or somebody might have slipped and told and felt guilty. That's the part I want them to acknowledge. I'm with her. Don't tell me I'm sorry. Tell me what the fuck happened. Tell me exactly how it really happened, and tell me who we're going after, because that tape was always there. They go the next day to get the tape. Right. They go right then often and say, pull it down right now. You know what I'm saying? So you had that tape. You had it. Question is, why didn't the defense have it? Because it should have never made it to an arrest at all. And aside from, so it sounds like you had another question. And your question was if no marks on his car. And that was our question as well last week. I think they were trying to say, so the man that they actually tried to say it was his fault, that he said, no, it was the lady.
The lady fault. Yeah,
it was the man. Yes, it was the man driving. The woman swooped around him and caused the accident. I think they wanted him to say that the young man swooped around him and caused the accident. So it wouldn't have been anything on his car in that you caused the accident behind you because they're swerving trying to get away from you. So I
Oh,
think that's what answers that part because that's what I listened to it. And then when I saw the diagram, I said, oh, it was this. You know how they say you could cause an accident behind you, be careful. It was that. Those two cars try to move from her doing that. That's why. So the question is, because I was reading in the comments and some people was like, you have to be really careful with military, police, because what if that girl was related? So you was trying to say the girl didn't do it, even though you know the girl did it. Because her witness statement was in there as well. And it was actually her fault. Because you went around somebody. Do y'all know that? If you cut somebody off, that's why we're getting dash cams now. I have a dash cam now. If you cut me off and go around me and cause me to panic, move, turn, and I hit a car, both of our accidents is actually your fault because you caused that accident. We didn't cause that accident. Do y'all know that? Why y'all be tripping and flying around people or I can't imagine. I think they need to revisit the laws, Rose. They need to change them because just like with the little girl situation, if you can't put out the whole story so that people, because as a parent, I would be scared. I would be like, who are these kids that's around my kids that y'all can't say nothing to that could potentially still be at the school playing with my kids and I don't
right.
know that they, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because I wouldn't rest until then. If I
I
was
wouldn't be
a neighbor,
comfortable.
if I was a neighbor, I'd be like, no, we need to know who did this, and their names need to be plastered everywhere. Furthermore, their asses need to be in fucking juvenile. I don't care that they're 8 and 9. I don't care because they're going to grow up and be worse than that.
I didn't eat.
To be
I thought the laws like what we have here,
You know,
because
every
remember,
state is different. Every state is different.
I thought that was so here's why I thought it was a federal one, you guys. I'm not stupid. Ro is not stupid. We've covered shows before and discussed this exact thing. Pay attention to your kids younger because you know there's several instances of serial unalivers, so on and so forth. It's a prison here that's attached to a kid's prison. We grew up with youth authorities around us and all of that. And we followed somebody that went in at 9. He went in at 9. When he turned 18, they immediately just took him over to Chino Prison. If you don't believe me, Chino Prison is connected. I thought that was federal because I thought prisons was federals and jails was
Mm-mm.
that's what I thought. So I didn't know that it depends on which state you stay in, especially with all the things that they know that even a child can do. You're not even going to put them in a psych ward, nothing.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, they should have. But federal and county, and like prisons and jail and all that is different. A federal case is like a white collar crime, like a
So
white
it's
collar.
a federal prison and a different prison?
Yeah, federal crimes, like how Diddy was that was considered a federal crime
Right.
because all of that. So he would go to the Fed prisons. Fed prisons is the ones that they be like it's a walk on the park. Like those are the ones that still be on computers and all that stuff like that. And
Okay.
then they have regular prison and the county jails. The county jails, I want to say you can't do more than a year, but you might can. But they have the county jails. Then you have the prisons where people be doing like 10 of 10 and up, you know, like it's just different. But federal is like white collar crime, and then prison is like where they need to go. Prison where you
So
unaliving people and stuff like that.
Manson is out here. Is he in a prison or is he in a jail?
He in prison.
Because his was a lot of people.
It just have like say
So
if
that's maximum security like that.
well, some prisons, all prisons are not maximum security. It
Right,
just
because they
depends.
have
Yeah,
camps now. They have different.
but
I
I'm pretty
just don't
sure he's
understand
in,
how they walk in twin.
yeah,
I just
he's in like I'm pretty sure he's in max security him. But
what's
them
so
they would
called
need
up
to
there?
huh?
What's that one called up there where he is? Shoot,
It's on the
I
tip of my tongue,
forgot.
but that's not. It's a prison. That's not Fed.
That's a prison. Okay.
I'm trying to think who did Fed time. You like Little Kim. What's the white lady that cook with Snoop Dogg?
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. They did Fed time.
Okay, so federal prison is different than.
Yeah, because all that stuff had to do with like taxes and stuff like that. Like I'm pretty sure the people that you were saying you like, the men, and I was like, ain't he gay? And his wife, the white people.
Oh, the Christies. They were in
Yeah,
federal.
they were in the Fed
Yeah,
prisons.
they were in the feds.
Okay, because it was for tax. So now you get it. What's the difference? That's Fed time, but
I know
prison.
the difference. I'm saying, is it two different prison types? Because
Yeah,
some
feds are is way
fed
different.
is okay. That's yeah.
Fed
That's
is
what
a
I was
different kind
asking.
of prison. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. Fed is for stuff like that. In
Okay.
prison, Fed time you don't go for unaliving nobody. Fed time is just like I said, white
Okay.
collar crime.
We go to the regular
Prison
prison.
is for people that unalive, RAs, and all that stuff like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
People that for narcotics and stuff is prison and jail time.
Got it. Okay. I didn't know if it was different wings or
No,
whatever, or if it was the same thing. Okay, got it. They need to be somewhere. That's the end result
no,
of
they
it.
need to be either
And
they need to be
that
in
needs to be reviewed
jail.
over the whole US.
Yeah,
Because
they
I
need to
thought,
be put in somewhere in a lock confined place where they can't see nobody. Or they need to
but
start.
a head doctor.
I was just about to say they need to start them off in a psych facility then because they're too young to want to do somebody like that. So start them off in a psych facility and then go from there. They should not be out on the streets at all. And I don't even care. No house arrest or nothing. They need to be in a confined facility.
Last question about those kids. I do want to go back to that one and ask the parents a question. Um, and I want you to think about it. How would you okay, so for me, everybody knows that I'm super overprotective. So I want to hear other people's answers. I still don't get in the car before the kids get in the car. A kid is anybody younger than me. That is my 25-year-old goddaughter. That's my nephew, godson. That's everybody. How? Okay, so the kids came up to the house to pretend like they wanted to play with her. Hard stop. She's 5 years old. A girl, three boys, 8, 9, and 10, want to voluntarily play with a little girl. You're not outside watching that little girl. They had enough time to lure her away and do what they did. Is the cousin supposed to be held liable for
Yeah, I think so. Because first of all, she's too young. That's just like Amir's a year older than her. And
right? Ain't no way.
remember that little girl, I found out she's autistic.
Yes.
Okay, so that's just like me having Amir and Amir answering the door or whatever. How she should have been in a room somewhere. I think they said the whoever was watching her was asleep or something.
The cousin.
The cousin was asleep. So even if the cousin was asleep, you should have had the doors locked to where she couldn't even get out, open the doors or nothing. First of all, you shouldn't even be asleep with her up.
Mm-mm.
So to me, it's the cousin's fault too.
Would you
The
ever talk to
cousin
your
watching
cousin
her.
again? Would you ever talk to your cousin again?
It ain't nothing to say.
I
Cause
don't think I'd be able to.
yeah, it's nothing for us to talk about because you allowed, not like you allowed it, but it's your fault
Right.
that it happened to her too because you were not watching her. If you would have been watching her, you would have knew that she was at the door and everything.
I don't think I could stomach the cousin. I can't because on no planet our little boy is going to want to play with a little girl to begin with. They don't want to be bothered with you holding them down. All it is for them to come up. That also means that the way that their mind works, you planned that shit before you got there. So y'all planned this, went back and played, act like nothing didn't happen. They don't supposed to be on the streets. If I was their mama, I wouldn't want them around me, and I close my eyes. But that's just me. Moving right along. Be careful who you let watch your kids and who you let into your
Yeah.
kids' life. Make sure they mirror exactly the things that you would do. Because on no planet is my 5-year-old being up out of my way. Mom, you can't call me right now. On no planet is even allowing your 5-year-old out of line of sight. Okay. So, and if they have autism, and I don't know, I used to say booby traps. So I would put certain things that way, you can hear the door if it open, or, the alarm goes off. I think it's just best with kids because you can both lay down and take a nap and they wake up before you.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's not be fair. Let's not be ridiculous and say certain things because it depends on all those facts. But again, when you put something out like this and it don't have all the information, although you don't need enough for that part, just so we can determine if we with the cousin or not. She got enough, honey. We don't need nothing else. That poor baby. Anyway, we sending a package on Friday. 90. How do you call into the show? Call the other phone. You got something you want to say right now, matriarch? If you do, please call right now, and I will do it before we go into the next topic, because she be saying the same thing mommy say. Y'all move too fast, mom.
Alondra said that too. Alondra actually said that. She was like, it needs to be a way that we can call in. And I was like, I guess y'all can call in if you put the link up to like the StreamYard, but some of them wouldn't know how to do that, like our parents.
Right. I don't ever have a problem with giving it to certain people, but see, I wouldn't give it to mom, and I wouldn't like them kind of people. You can't give it to the elders because they would just call and bust in the middle of the show, where we could tell our friends, hey, send me a message that says I'm about to call, and then I'll let you call. That way I know you're about to break in. I don't have a problem with it. Hell, I've done it to you before. Like, girl, I can't keep typing. I'm finna come on the show. Anyway, so when the matriarch decides she wants to call the other phone, we'll let her in. But I can't answer on the same phone that I'm on. And we can't put the link in the description, or you guys, because we're not at that level yet. And I done already had somebody attack me on Rose Show, so I'm cool. You're on speaker. Yes, how can I help you?
Okay, first of all, I'm not being kind of
Hurry up.
I was calling because I was going to also say that there is a third beautiful baby. He was 7 years old, and he unalived his cousin while his cousin was babysitting him. He unalived his girl cousin while his older cousin was babysitting him by wrestling with her. If you can remember that.
Oh, I do remember that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and remember he unalived her, right? So now all he did, he was playing. And he unalived her.
Oh.
And he's still in jail to this day. And he's a grown man now.
What state was that in, though? That sure is one we did. Okay, so you guys remember the show that we did when we were talking about kids and the different things that happened. Remember, it was the cousins that was playing, and it was the 10-year-old boy, something like that, and then the girl cousin. And remember, they was wrestling, and he did a move on her that unalived her, and he went to jail and got life. We did that. We covered that.
Yeah.
Remember?
I wonder what state was that in.
But it depends what state that was in. I would have to find it. Yeah. So it's all being based on the state. They are in Ohio. So in Ohio, we all just learned something new. They don't have laws around what to do when I wonder what the age is where they do start saying, okay, we can do something. Yeah, maybe we'll.
Because the 10-year-old went to jail. Just
it's
the 8 and the 9-year-old didn't.
Okay.
Remember, that's why she kept on saying 2 of them didn't.
2 did not. Okay.
Yeah, 2 did not. And it was the 8 and 9-year-old. The 10-year-old did.
Okay. So then that would mean, here's what I want. Hold them in the psych ward and make them a property of the state until they turn 10. And then go ahead and roll them into what they need to be in at 10, and then roll them what they need to be into at the other age. Because the mere fact that you thought of all of these things, you shouldn't be on the street. But yes, that one was 10.
Okay, that's it. That's all I want.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. I cannot. You guys love on your parents because they're not going to be here forever. But mine is, Skylar said, we are all going to be here forever, like the that cartoon with the alien and all of that. He said our pets is going to be safe forever, and then they just going to put it on another body when it comes.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, future something. Future is, you know what Futurama? Anyway, we're going to be here forever together. So going into The first segment. So I will show the video and then we'll talk about it. We are now for the second half moving into the main topic. Ro, as a mom, um, as a sibling, as a boy mom, is it anything you want to say about either of those two topics that you feel like you didn't get to say? We're going to have to keep reporting because things keep coming out, and I want these two to stay at the top.
No, just what I said before that I can tell my son now you have to be in the right place at the right time because it's not no right place. It ain't no wrong place. You just never know what could happen. It's like you can't even prepare them for it because you could say, listen to what the police is saying and they still unalive you and all kind of stuff. So I really wouldn't even know what to say now because all of it has changed now. The times have changed now. So it's nothing that you can say, well, just pray over them when they leave. Like, it's literally nothing you can say now.
I'll share this before we go on. And this time of year is so important with mental health, but it does not help with these things that are coming out. We tried to shy away from them for a bit because it's overwhelming, especially when you have baby boys under you and you're like us. I'm not only I'm an empath. I carry other people's problems, especially if you're connected to me. But these things need to be reported on. So I pulled down that clip and I was going to do a short video for TikTok because I have the same feeling. After I saw that video, I know that contributed to me not being able to sleep for the last week. I have not been sleeping well. And I mean, up all night. If you look on my Facebook, I'm posting at 2, 3, 4 in the morning because I'm like, bro, before it was do well, do the things you're supposed to be doing. Don't be disrespectful. I don't give a damn don't be worried about looking like a punk in front of your friends, whatever it is, just make it home. I don't give a damn. Just make it home without letting somebody violate you. I have bought Skylar a dash cam and all of these things because I'm just so scared. But then a woman did a video and she said, okay, you could call the cops. They could come and help you. But how they gonna get there? Who cares if you have a camera? All that does is prove that they did something wrong and they're not gonna stop. That still doesn't bring your person back. And it just made my stomach hurt. So I just want to wrap a bubble around my kids. But all I could do is pray because the way my brain works, I just been really sick to my stomach. Because that baby is not here in real life because of nobody believing him. Okay, let's go into the first clip and I will play it and then we will have some discussion. All 4 scenarios are different. I'll play them and then we'll talk about it because remember, domestic violence is an array of things. So let's go listen to the first one. Here we go.
Office says Gregory Vincente Green shot his wife Faith in the foot, slashed her face with a razor knife, bound her hands and feet with zip ties, and forced her to watch as he shot her oldest 2 children in front of her, each multiple times.
I'm convinced that you will be incarcerated for the remainder of your life.
Thank you.
Hold on.
This is the story of Faith Harris Green, a mother of 4 who was shot alongside her 4 kids ages 4, 5, 17, and 19. They were all killed by their stepfather/father, Gregory Green, age 49.
All I've ever wanted was a God-fearing helpmate that would support me and be faithful no matter what.
I look at you when you appear utterly unmoved.
Gregory, who killed his last pregnant wife Tanya in 1991, then got paroled in 2008 with the help of Faith's father, only to marry Faith and then kill her kids in front of her while she was shot and then bounded with duct tape in the basement. This all happened because he thought she was cheating on him and also because she filed for divorce.
Is breaking news from
Sometimes on July 14, 1991, Gregory got into an argument with his then pregnant wife Tanya Green. He killed his pregnant wife and their unborn child by stabbing her in the face and torso. When he was finished, he dialed 911 and awaited their arrival. When the police arrived at the residence, they discovered his expectant wife, Tanya Green, had been stabbed nearly a dozen times. Gregory appeared in court in 1992. He pleaded no contest to second-degree murder charge. Gregory was however convicted and sentenced to 15 to 25 years in prison. Despite his best efforts, Gregory was denied parole for different times. Gregory participated in several prison programs and did his best to maintain a spotless record. Then a pastor who we now know as Faith's dad wrote a letter to the board helping to secure his release in 2008 after serving 16 years.
I remember that story.
So, oh my gosh. Oh, blood of Jesus. My first question is, blood of Jesus. How do you think that dad feels?
I was just about to say horrible. Because I was just about to say, I don't know what it was writing in defense for him anyways, but I can't say that because when my brother did 21 years in jail and our church stayed behind my brother and my mom, whenever he went up before the boards, the church, not just the one person, we had a lot of support letters for my brother. So I can't even say why was the pastor doing that. And I was just about to say that, but I can't say that because.
But what did your brother, do you want to say what your brother
Well, he
did?
was convicted for murder, but his was actually self-defense.
Okay. That's different.
But it's still people. I know the way social media works,
and that's okay. Everybody.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. So I know that they'd be like, "Well, he did the same thing." So me just thinking out loud when I'm talking.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, why is he even writing it anyways? But the difference, no, I can't even say that because I was about to say he wouldn't have got with my daughter. I don't know. Sometimes people can be refined in jail and really come out and do better because my brother is a product of that. So I can't even say that he should have stayed in jail because sometimes that's what going to jail is for.
Okay. Now let me
catch-22, girl.
I think it is, and I think it's important to note the reasons why, right? Because let's just be honest, any of us could be in prison tomorrow for unaliving somebody, right? Unaliving somebody is different than the one with the K and the I is different than the one with the M and the U. Those are different. If you have to protect yourself, then you do the one with the K. Right. The other one is you didn't have no reason to do this. It was other things you could have did. And that's why one is in the Bible and one is not, even if you want to go by the Bible, right? So I have a cousin who married somebody who got out of prison for unaliving their own brother. Everybody was around around in that time when it happened. He was on Sherm. Okay. He woke up and he was in there for doing it, but did not know why he was in there. They had to tell him once he came down off of it. There was never a time after being in jail for 20 years plus, no other prior anythings. This thing happened during a drug epidemic and he was caught in it. There was never a single time that I was afraid around this man at all, period whatsoever, because to me, it wasn't you who did it. It was that who did it. And you had your behavior before preceded you. For me, I wasn't afraid. Your brother, if he says it was self-defense and you guys believe that was self-defense, why would you treat him like he's an unaliver versus somebody that he did something? So I think that's different. In the clip we just played, that man did that to his girlfriend and their baby because he was jealous. The same reason why he just did it to the new wife is he thought she was cheating. So
that's what I was saying. At first, I was gonna be like,
so that's why I'm like, no, bro, you okay for me?
Yeah, I wouldn't have. If I was a dad, I wouldn't want him to be with my daughter.
No.
Yeah, and then the daughter, girl, I wouldn't want to be with him. Hell, the daddy wouldn't. It wouldn't have been nothing the daddy could say to make me even want to be with him. I wouldn't want to be with nobody like that. Like, sir, if you out here offing your wives, no, I'm sorry.
And the baby in her belly. The
Yeah.
baby in her belly didn't deter you because that was your child, sir. That was your child. You had no problem moving forward this, and that was blood of your blood and flesh of your flesh in her stomach. There's nothing you can say to me after that. There's nothing you can say to me to unless somebody slipped you a drug and you were not like that anytime before and it was happened based off of um that happening, one of those that make your mind go away. That's the only thing that because then you would come out of it and you would feel horrible. Did you hear what his answer was in the in there? I was looking for a God-fearing woman that what, and you were denied parole 4 times. That must mean they didn't feel like you did what you were supposed to do. But can that happen to anybody, period? Let's not just say black men. It can. But, sir, I wouldn't have wrote that letter. And you for sure can't be with my damn daughter who already has children of a certain age. You're not the type of man that I would want around my existing grandkids or my daughter to be getting married right away like that. But that's just me. Now, this woman is alive and all 4 of her children are gone right in front of her face. And he gets to live. And this is what he sat there in the courts and said. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Everybody don't. God could forgive you, but I won't.
Right.
I can't forgive you. And that's where God knows my heart comes in. That's where we not perfect comes in because
Yeah. All
God
you,
is maxing me out.
it's boy, please.
21, 19, and then the other 2 are younger, 2 girls. I cut that part out because it showed their faces and stuff, and I it's hard for me to do. Mm-mm. No, it's a no for me. So let's move to the second one and see how you would handle this one.
You was very violent. You was very violent, and you lucky that you calmed down and you didn't have to take anger management classes and go to jail for beating on me the way you did. You're lucky that I stuck it out and I didn't send you to jail.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky that you stuck it out.
What?
I'm lucky.
Anyway, you was fucking violent. You
No.
was very violent
Dude.
towards me.
Talk about why.
But you was violent, Renee.
Why? Why?
That don't give you a right to hit me.
Why?
That don't give you a right to hit
And
me.
why the hell are you talking like I abused you every day or something like that? Talking like I beat on you and I was like that? Why are you
It felt
talking
like
like
it
that?
was abuse for a long time. It felt like you abused me for a long time. You know, when you're going through that situation, it feel like abuse.
Well, you shouldn't have been abusing me with you and your family. And your raggedy ass person you call a baby mama of yours. Don't say nothing. If I start swinging on you.
Be caught in 4K and you going straight to jail for domestic violence. Period.
If I start swinging on you.
Don't act like I haven't called the police on you before.
He did. He called the police on you. You want to talk about it?
You want to talk about it?
Yeah.
You tell him what type of person you was. You were whipping my ass.
Tell them what type of person you are.
You tell
Call
him
the cops on your own wife.
You tell him the type of person you were whipping my ass.
Why? Why was I doing that?
Because you was crazy.
What you should have did was pick a side back then instead of playing 2 sides of a damn fence, and maybe that wouldn't have happened to you. What you should have did was pick a side.
He don't look like he got it all.
That's your first response.
Yes. He don't look like he got it all, and that's probably why she abuses him. Like, he don't look like he got it all. Like he get a check or something. Like, he don't look like he got it all.
He actually does have it all. They're successful YouTubers, actually, and he's a very good
it look like that's why she abused him. It looked like he's a man that a woman would be able to abuse. Not saying that is right at all, because it's not, but that's what it looks like. But he needs to put her ass in jail. Shit. If she beating him up like that, he needs to put her ass in jail. Put her ass in jail too.
So my question is, oh my gosh, women get told all the time, why didn't you just leave? So he pulled up, he named, you're lucky that I stayed with you through that season of her doing that. And I think they have 6 kids total. He has one that's outside of the home that actually causes problems in social media and all of this stuff. That's what she's talking about, straddling the fence. And then I believe she has one outside of them, and then the rest of them they have them together. But they have, you know, why do you think that it would be a double standard if he were to leave her, especially with those kids, and try to say it's because she hits on me? If he would have left at that time, why would it be a double
I
standard?
wouldn't feel bad. To me, in this day and time, I don't go for that. I say it all the time. Like women that hit on men, when they turn around and beat the hell out of you, I don't feel sorry for you because you shouldn't be doing that. It's no double standards when it comes to me on that. Like I don't feel bad for him if he would have really left her. I
So
don't.
you would have believed him. If he said it, you would believe him. When a man says it,
I
you
believe him
believe him.
right now. What he's
Yeah.
saying, it looked like she do it. It looks like she do it and he allows it.
So I have a question when it comes to males. Do you think that from a social standard, she looks like the more socially attractive one, and he does not? Do you think he's accepting those things from her because she is the fair skin, pretty hair?
I'm telling
Um,
you, he don't look like he got it all to me. Like he looks like low key handicapped.
it's one of his eyes. It's smaller than the other one.
Yeah, so I would think
Like,
that.
who is that? The famous person, Freddie Watt.
Oh, Fatty Wap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think one of his eyes, the one that was on this side of the camera, is smaller. It looks like one eye is different size than the
I
other
think
one.
he blind. Um, that could be why he's a. That could be that very
Yeah,
could
because
be.
he's really smart. He's really smart. So,
That
so
could
I
be the
think it's
reason why he's doing that because maybe he has a low self esteem because of the way he looks. But that's when his mama, when she's saying, "Oh, yo, whoever your family and all that," I would be telling him like, "Shit, you could do better than her. If you got her, you could get somebody else. Cause we gonna get her ass next if she put her hands on you again."
oh, you again, right? So that is now my question as well. So I first saw her. Her stuck out to me because I was like, "Wait a minute, is that her?" I saw her because the stepdaughter is now of age. Took it to YouTube and made a video about her behavior as a stepmom and so on. She did, however, have proof that conversations that the daughter said were not true. So then it made me have heartstrings for her, seeing that the family is against her, the stepdaughter is upset because things don't go her way. And it was in the text, which and then his mom and sister also treat her a kind of way because they are on YouTube now, but she makes the most money. So now it's like, well, why can't you do this for me and that for me? And he is explaining to them like, this is her money and we have kids, we have to do what we need to do. They not going for it. But now seeing this, I'm like, is this the real reason they don't like her? Because she went through a stage and put, which came first, the egg or the chicken? Did
Oh,
the
she probably being him up.
right, right. So I'm really
Probably
wondering
being,
that
and that makes sense. And that makes sense. Girl,
um,
why the family don't like her?
if he leaves and still handles his responsibilities, nothing can be said. That is correct. Let me tell you, I remember they make their money on YouTube. Most of these people that get together, that come from the bottom with no skill set, nothing behind them, and then go to YouTube and make a lot of money because most families over there really kick it off. They blow up there. That's all they would have. So if you separate whoever somebody believes is who the bulk of the people is going to go with, you only have that channel that you have together. I'm pretty sure she controls him. Basically, what I'm trying to say is no, he probably wouldn't be able to take care of. He's like the one that's more trapped. The roles are reversed, where a woman can be trapped under the same reasons. which is why I posed the question, why is it a double standard? Would it be a double standard if the man left? And now now my question to men is, now that you see that it can happen to a man also, do you understand why maybe the woman can't just up and leave with all of the kids and everything and start over all by herself, giving some grace? Things look
Oh, I
different.
understand that. I understand that. It's just people be like, why can't, like I seen another story this week, and this lady actually did leave. It was like up north somewhere, like Richmond or something. And she had a boyfriend that was abusive. They only been together for a year, and she broke up with him and moved her and her kids out of his house because things wasn't going as planned. She moved on. He found out where she was at and rode up on the side of her and unalived her with her kids in the car. They seen the whole thing. And that was because she left. So it's like, it's you, damn if you do, damn if you don't now. It's like, so I'll never tell nobody you could have just left. Unless you really could just get up out of that state and stuff like that. Like, unless you have the funds to get up out of the state and really go across country or somewhere, then I wouldn't be like, because you moving to the next city, just how he got to where
We watched the one guy go over several states and was on his way to Atlanta to do, what he wanted
Oh
to do.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'll never say that to nobody. Like, oh, you could just leave, because these people is crazy now. So I won't say he could just leave, but if I was him, I wouldn't allow that. Like, you're not about to keep on hitting on me.
Absolutely not. And if it meant putting her ass in jail for one time, I would do it. I think that it's really sad. Down in the description of this live, I did include a number and a website if you are going through abuse or anything like that. It's very unfortunate that people are so unhinged at this point. There was also a lady who fought domestic violence with her husband for quite some time, and she had video of him coming to the house and popping up. She moved, she did all of these things. The day that everything got finalized with the divorce and stuff, she told them before she left the courthouse, "Can you walk me to my car? I don't feel comfortable." And she asked, they claim she didn't. I heard there's proof that she did. Several people have covered this case. She walks out of the courtroom, husband unalives her right there outside of the damn courtroom. There needs to be more done around this, because that is not a normal and logical person that keeps showing up at somebody's house or pops up in the middle of the night. To me, if you show any signs of being unhinged, I'm gonna believe that you unhinged. And I'm putting your ass on 70, even if you just put them on 72-hour hold to try to see if, hey, I'm telling you now, as a judge, I'll be like, I'm telling you now, I'm letting this lady know, if you go on her property or anywhere around her, you better stay in a whole different state or city than this girl. If you go anywhere around her and she unalives you, I'm telling you now, she's not going to jail. I'm telling you now, I'm telling her now, don't play with you. Because if any sane person will go back after this, after I put you on this 72-hour hold, so we can check your ass and see if you're okay, man or woman, whichever one that shows up at somebody's house, we're going to lock you up for the rest of your life, because that means you're directly defying what I just fucking told you to do, which was stay away from her. I don't care if there's kids involved. I don't care about none of that. Stay away and let this go through its course of what it needs to go through. Here's the problem. I would only do something like that with extreme proof, because there are people that lie about these things as well to hurt the other parent. But like that lady, she had proof. And most of these ladies be at the court every time. He just follow me. Here's my ring camera. Here's my dash camera. And they don't get believed until they not here no more. It's not fair. So this is the last one. We'll do this one as the last one.
Like I truly don't. Like I do not want to. That's not. I just want to go.
I didn't touch you. I didn't touch you.
I just want to go. That's all.
Okay, well, give me your phone. Because
Little crazy pants is in her son's room. The baby daddy wants to leave. She's standing by the door, The green unaliver is covering the real one that she has in her hand. You can't put those on the screen, so they had to cover it with the icon. She has an unaliver in her hand and saying, "I didn't touch you. I didn't touch you. I didn't touch you." What would you do if that were your son?
He'll be leaving her crazy self alone. I'll call the police. If you don't want to do nothing, I'll do it. And I ain't about to come over there either, because you ain't about to bang me. I will call the police.
Oh, I'm gonna come over, but I'm gonna call the police department and let them know we have an active shooter, and I need you to meet me
And I need to
there.
put on my white voice.
Yeah, I need you to meet me there. Obviously, I'm not. Let's end with that, Ro. You just brought up a very good point because two things. We see people call their sibling, like what people insinuated happened with the Frost, and it did not. But we see people call their siblings when they get into issues, they family, they homeboys to ride for them. And equally, some guys will call their sister, a girl, whatever. In these days where people are so unhinged that for whatever reason, they don't believe that prison exists and consequences exist, even though it's all over the place, stop calling your family. If you are ready to call your family, then if you want to call your family, make sure that you equally call 911. Because once you call me in and tag me in, I'm going to make sure that you're doing everything you can to get this person away from you so that you feel safe. I am not about to go knock on a girl's door and beat her up, and then I go to jail for going on her property, or she unalived me because I walked on her property and you're not willing to call the cops. How are you not willing to press charges and do what you need to do, but you're okay with dragging your family into it so you can feel protected, safe, and supported? Those two need to start going hand in hand. I know we grew up with snitches get stitches and don't call the cops because they'll overreact on a black man and blah, blah, blah. Well, Mr. Black Man, don't put your hands on nobody. Mr. Black Man, you know that these things can happen to you if the police is called. So just get away. Don't do weird things. Don't. Okay? Just don't. Because you too can call the cop. If you there and a girl is acting crazy, the same way her ass pick up the phone, you pick up the phone and call too. Right then, even if she's on the phone with him, call and say, I want you to hear that I am not doing X, Y, and Z. I need you to come out here so I can safely turn my back, walk and get in my car and get away. I want you to stay on the phone with me. I feel unsafe. That is what you need to do. Point blank, period. That was before it was crazy like it is now. People don't care about going to jail now. People, they cared about going to jail when we was coming up. You had a regular fight or something like that. Now they want to be world star, slam your head on the floor, bang it on the wall, do all the things we was told not to do so we could have a safe fight. Now, I was told to beat your ass, but I was not. I was specifically told not to stomp and not to bang your head. I was specific because you're not trying to, you're just trying to defend yourself. But I am going to can do that without doing all of this other stuff, y'all. But these days, I just don't vote for fighting at all. What about you, bro?
I'm not about to do that either. I'm too old. That's why I said I'm gonna call the police.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Karen Nisha.
And I'm gonna be no, I will put on a real white voice. This is Karen.
How you gonna say it, twin?
Hi, this is Karen, and I am really afraid for my life. Somebody is over there with my son, and they have something that I think they're gonna unalive them. You really need to get here right now.
Period. I'm gonna go live. Listen, I'm using all my devices. I'm going live. I'm calling to the 911. I'm gonna have my mama on speakerphone with the camera on. I'm telling you, these days you got to be clear. Hello, APB, whoever's closest to my child, get to him. We all on our way. That's something I can't promise I won't do for the rest of my life is pull up. If my person calls me, I'm pulling up because I have enough.
I'm still calling.
Oh, I'm calling on the way there. All these things are happening at once. You know I keep all my phones around me. I keep them all right there because I'm going to do it all at one time. Yeah. I'm going to lead the high-speed chase from the popos. Yeah, we're all coming. They're coming too. Mm-hmm. But I'm just gonna need to punch you in your face. My child, we got to get to my baby. I have enough belief that whomever would call me would know that one, I'm coming, and two, you need action. And three, I'm calling a popo. Because I've made it very clear. I'm not fighting no more. I'm not. It's enough. Only my God kids. That's it. But they
Yeah,
don't get in
too old,
no
out of
trouble.
breath and all that. I'm too
Yeah,
old.
they don't get in no trouble. But let's say if a girl was doing something to my baby boy, and no, he don't act like baby boy. That's just what I call him before that movie came out. Um, I'm gonna put hands on him while we wait for the police. hmm Especially if they come out the house. If you come out the house to decide, I am for sure. Cause not mine. Ain't gonna work. I'll fight a toddler for mine. Everybody just keep their hands to themselves and stop doing strange
Right.
things. How about that? That works as well. This is crazy. All of these things are happening, and people don't have a problem going on live, doing it in front of your kids.
Mm-mm.
Nothing. Listen, it's not enough red flags in the world for me. It's not enough money in the world. That man couldn't have had enough money, enough nothing. If the parole board denied you 4 times, I'm gonna deny you 7. What did God say? 7 times 7 is how many times you're supposed to forgive. I'm gonna forgive you all of those times in my head because I'm not gonna be nowhere around you, sir.
At all.
We don't need a relationship. That's crazy. That's crazy. What have you, bro? What do you think about now when you think about domestic violence and all of this stuff that we're seeing? It's between siblings, family,
It's
kid and
scary.
parent.
It's just out of control now. And I, like you said before, I don't think that they do anything about it until it's too late. So it's almost like you got to put matters into your own hands now. And it shouldn't have to be like that.
And do you know that statistically speaking, that more women are in prison behind a man for one of two things: domestic violence and defending yourself, or jumping into their lifestyle and doing, the fast life and doing things that you shouldn't. So y'all Bonnie and Clyde. More women are in jail for those two things behind a man. I understand why the girls coming up want to be single. I do, but it breaks my heart because we deserve to be having a soft life. And I'm always going to want to work. Soft life meaning I don't need to worry about you bringing me the acronyms. I don't need to worry about you cheating. I don't need to worry about you having double life. I don't need to worry about your family. These are things that at this point we consider soft life. You don't take it from me when I don't want to give it to you. You don't put your hands on me. You don't steal my money and you don't abuse things and you don't have nothing in your background, foreground, anywhere around you that has anything to do with kids. Can you?
Right.
My soft life just includes regular things. I'll even go 50-50. No, I'm not even there anymore. My mental, I'm done. I don't want to be taken care of because it seems like if you get taken care of, that's when this devil switch go off in their head or something. That may be why that girl's behaving that way too, because she the one that make the money and he don't make the money. Woo. Well, that's it for me. I just gave you 3 different scenarios of what DV looks like. So if a man around you, or if you see a young girl putting her hands on a boy, check her tail and say something to her. Are y'all mamas teaching y'all daughters to keep their hands off of these men too? Like the one who hit the Uber driver?
I tell my nieces and stuff that too. Like, y'all don't hit no man. I don't care.
Right. Because if
You
he
don't do that.
fall off and hit you back because out of reflexes, girls hit hard too. So what if off of reflexes you forget she's a woman? What am I supposed to say? I really wish you wouldn't have, I really wish you'd have snapped out of it faster before you clocked her twice. Like, just stay away from it. Nobody should be together that have to put their hands, on each other or talk to each other like that. Or, well, I will see you on Thursday at 7. Hopefully, my cousin has everything off settled at the hospital, and we can have her on her perspective on domestic violence is going to be different because it cycles to it. You can be the victim, and then you're the survivor, and then you can be the aggressor. She ended off being the aggressor, and that man eventually flipped and wanted her so bad, and still shows up wanting her. He called while I was in Texas. I didn't believe it. Like, he loves her dirty draws. That's crazy. Power, control, and intimidation. Yes. I'm fool. But that is going to be the perspective we're going to take it from when the person becomes the aggressor. Because at that point, do you have empathy for the one that was the abuser but is now being abused? What does that look like for that person now? Or did they seal their fate? You consider it their karma. Or do you supposed to leave it alone so that you don't become the aggressor and do something so heinous that you end up now causing your own karma because you're not. See, what do we think next? We'll see on Thursday. So where can we find you, Rose?
You can find me Thursdays also. And I'll see you guys there.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the way out. And as well, go over to Amazon and pick up A Healing Journey, because child, we can make a new one every damn day based on all the things we need to heal from. My goodness. But contribute to your well-being every day. As Rose says, wake up and say an affirmation statement to yourself. And this week, hopefully I can wake up before 12 p.m. because she's asking us to do it in the morning. And that's when I fall asleep. So I will be doing it, and have an amazing night. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.